All right, oil country, we got the victory chain. We're playing La Bamba, and this Edmonton Oilers team made that game look pretty easy, which is real good to see. A great return for Stuart Skinner. Probably the most optimal start that Stu could get coming back from his concussion, which was officially talked about on the broadcast. I had mentioned that it was likely a concussion, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't like to speculate on injuries. But they were talking on the broadcast that he did suffer a concussion, and I was happy for Stu. The Oilers in front of Stuart Skinner played real solid. They did not give the Winnipeg Jets any room to do anything. And yes, there are going to be Jets fans that are going to come in and be like, hey, we were resting some of our top guys, Neil Pionk, Josh Morrissey, Adam Lowry, Luke Shen. I think it's Luke Shen. Is that who's on the Jets? Or I don't know. There's so many Shen brothers. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You still have to go out. You still have to play. You still have to win a hockey game, score some goals. And the Oilers, they made things look easy. They got more depth scoring. The ageless wonder in Corey Perry, he scores his 18th goal of the season, assisted by fellow journeyman Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan, of course, has, I'm happy he got an assist. And there's probably only one person happier on this planet, and that is Waz from Oilers Nation for Derek Ryan's assist. Victor Arvidsson, he got the empty netter. Connor McDavid with 2 more assists. He now has 9 points since returning from injury. The Oilers have won all 3 games that he has played since coming back from his injury, and we'll see tomorrow night. We'll see if Leon Draisaitl's in that lineup. We're not sure yet. Chris Knobloch hasn't confirmed or denied if Leon Draisaitl will play tomorrow against the LA Kings. If it were up to me, I would not play him. I would rather everyone just get healthy for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, which begins Saturday. Less than a week. Can you believe the playoffs are in less than a week? This is super exciting. I am so happy right now. Oh, yeah, by the way, Connor Brown, another goal for him. That's, I think, 5 goals in his last 6 games. We love that for Connor Brown. Listen, that top line, Connor Brown, Jeff Skinner, Connor McDavid, you got to keep them together, right? Like, that should be your line 1 for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I don't know how you break it up, personally, and that gives the team tons of options with their other forwards moving forward. Of course, line 2, you'll have Draisaitl centering it. You can have Hyman on line 2. You can have Nugent Hopkins on line 2. Evander Kane, Trent Frederick. Like, there are a lot of forward options now that they could have. Victor Arvidsson, of course. Like, they're going to have a lot of depth once they're healthy. But the big question is also going to be, how healthy are they? Are they 100%? Are they 90%? Even 90% I'm okay with, but we'll have to see. We're not going to look too far ahead. I will have a full playoff preview video before the playoffs start. The Oilers, 2 more points. They're 2 behind the Kings. If they win tomorrow against LA, they will be tied. However, the Kings would have to lose their next 2 games in regulation, and the Oilers would have to get at least a point in their final game, assuming they beat Kings in regulation tomorrow. It doesn't get any easier for Edmonton if they want home ice. Again, I talked about it this morning. I'm not expecting home ice. That's not what we're here for. We're just here to get into the playoffs as healthy as possible. So in this fan reaction, like usual, we're going to go over the NHL Edge visualizer. We'll talk about some of the Oilers' goals, and then we'll take a look at the NHL standings. I will answer some of the fan questions and comments that have been sent to me on Twitter or X.com, and then we will wrap things up. I will have a pregame report up before the Kings game tomorrow, and of course, tomorrow night, also the postgame fan reaction. But I'm giving you the Austin Hockey Guarantee, 100% live stream tomorrow night against the LA Kings. Puck drop is going to be about 8:10, 8:15 local time here in Alberta. It's going to be a late one, so get your coffee, get your energy drink, get your water, get your soda, get a beer, whatever it is that you want to drink tomorrow night. Come hang out on the YouTube channel here on Austin Hockey, and we're going to have a ton of fun. It's going to be my first live stream in over a month. I think the last live stream I did was during the trade deadline, so I'm very excited to get back into it and get a couple live streams in before the playoffs. I'll do one tomorrow. I'll do one for the season finale, and then I will start producing the playoff content that we're all very much looking forward to, including bringing back day after discussions. I know a lot of you have been asking me about that. I do apologize that they've been kind of put on the back burner for a while, but those will also be returning for the playoffs too. All right, that's enough yapping. Let's talk about Connor Brown's first goal of the game. It was a great shift by Edmonton. That top line was buzzing, and just a bad giveaway here by the Jets. Connor McDavid, a little pickpocket on number 9, gets it to Connor Brown, and Connor Brown with a nice little deke goes backhand over Comrie's glove, or shoulder, sorry, and puts it into the open net. And Connor McDavid in the first period, he had a wide open net on his backhand that he did not hit. I swear to God, the Edmonton Oilers are allergic to open nets. Although at least Victor Arvidsson got an empty netter tonight. The other night, Connor Brown sealed the deal with an empty netter, so that's real good to see. Adam Henrique is actually being credited with this goal here. It was a great goal by Adam Henrique. Corey Perry found him, and Adam Henrique baseball swung it out of the air into the net. The Oilers were buzzing on the power play, and Dylan Sandberg, you can see number 54, not really moving on the ice here. He was hit by a shot by Connor McDavid, and he went down. The Oilers were buzzing for about 30 seconds. It was after the power play had expired that they put the puck into the net. They did not blow the whistle because Winnipeg did not have full control. Now, there is an argument to be made that behind the net, I don't know who it was on Winnipeg, they gloved it forward, but the ref and the linesman, they're not considering that full possession. It was more of a just swatting the puck, and I agree with that call on the ice. Jets fans, I know you're not going to be happy, but the team does need to have full possession unless there is an immediate danger to the player on the ice. If it's like a head injury, of course, they're going to blow that dead right away. But Sandberg, it's very unfortunate. He had been writhing in pain. Look, he's not even moving in this spot. I feel really bad for laughing right now because obviously you don't want to see that. You don't want to see any injuries to guys, especially as an Oilers fan. We have seen our fair share of injuries this season. Super, super unfortunate, but Adam Henrique, great hand-eye coordination there to baseball bat that into the net. And then Corey Perry in the third period. This basically put the game away. It was a nice setup by Derek Ryan. Good play in the neutral zone by Derek Ryan. He cuts the pass off. The Oilers attack in transition. Corey Perry gets wide open all alone, and he absolutely snipes it. Top cheddar. Top cheese for Corey Perry, his 18th goal of the season. Can he get 2 more goals to hit 20 goals for the first time in almost 10 seasons? I would love to see it. He turns 40 years old in about a month from now, and I absolutely love what Corey Perry has brought to this team this season. He has done so much more than I could have ever imagined, and I'm excited to see him possibly contribute meaningfully in the playoffs this year. And then, of course, Victor Arvidsson, he gets the empty netter, but a real solid play by Brett Kulak, a real high flip, a little alley-oop play to get it into the neutral zone. And then Victor Arvidsson, he picks that thing up, walks in, kind of deflects off of number 24's stick and into the net. Connor McDavid got his second point of the game. He's now up to 99 points on the season, so he just needs one more point either against the Kings or the Sharks coming up, and he will have a 5th straight 100-point season. And I believe, I can't remember how many they said on the broadcast total. 8? Is it 8 100-point seasons I think he's had? So he would have had a couple more if there was no global pandemic, and he would have had another 100-point season likely in his rookie year if that was not cut short for him with the broken collarbone. Now, let's talk about the NHL standings. Your Edmonton Oilers have now won 3 straight games. They are 2 points behind the LA Kings, though the Kings have a game in hand. If the Oilers win tomorrow night, that'll put them at 48 wins, but the Kings do have the tiebreaker. So the Oilers will get to 101. That would tie the Kings. The Kings would have 2 games left. The Oilers would have 1. The Oilers would then need to get at least a point against San Jose, and LA would have to lose their next 2 games in regulation. So the Kings, they have to lose 3 in a row in regulation. Is it likely to happen? No. Could it happen? Yes. At the end of the day, if Edmonton settles for 3rd in the Pacific, that's fine by me. I'm not too concerned about it personally, so we'll have to see what happens here. But the fact that the Oilers have managed to kind of keep things close and keep things interesting right to the very end, it does put a bit of pressure on the LA Kings right now. You can see LA, though, their home record, 31-5-4. That's just unbelievable. The Kings on the road, 15-19-5. They are a bad road team. That is bad. That is not a good road record at all for the LA Kings. So that's why I'm not really concerned about the Kings and their home record and if they have home ice advantage in round 1, because they don't score as many goals as Edmonton. And I think the Oilers, they could split those first 2 games. If you can go 1-1 on the road, of course, again, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But if you split the first 2 games, if the Kings have home ice, you're in the driver's seat, in my opinion, in that series. But yeah, we'll take a look at the money puck now. We'll take a look at the advanced stats. If this game were to be played 1,000 times, looks like the Oilers would win about 72% of the time. So the Oilers had the better chances, the higher quality chances. And I mean, the shot clock showed it, the scoreboard showed it, the expected goals obviously shows it. So yeah, that's real good to see for your Edmonton Oilers. Stuart Skinner with 1.19 goals, save above expected. We love that for Stu. Good game to come back for Stuart Skinner. Very happy with him. When you look at the players at 5-on-5 for expected goals today, Derek Ryan was at the very bottom. Poor Derek Ryan, 33%, though. I don't think that really shows much in my opinion. I think Derek Ryan still had a good game. Evan Bouchard, almost a 100% expected goals for percentage tonight. Evan Bouchard, I think he led the team in ice time as well. We'll scroll down. We'll sort by ice time. Brett Kulak, 23-13. Bouchard, 24-15. No, Darnell Nurse beat him by 4 seconds. But Darnell Nurse had another real solid game as well. The Oilers as a whole defensively played real good. However, there is some concern on the back end. Troy Stetcher left the game in the third period after falling awkwardly into the boards. So I'm really hoping that this is not another injury situation. I really hope that this is just precautionary, that they took him out of the lineup. We'll take a look at Stu Skinner here. 1.19 goal save above expected. And he had a save percentage on shots on goal. 943 save percentage is how that works. Look at that. 943 for Stu. 1 goal against on 18 shots. All right, folks, let's get into the questions and comments from the fans. We're going to start with Yan here. Stu played well. I feel really bad about that one accidental goal, but it happens. Yes, it does. Of course, Stuart Skinner, the only goal that he gave up a rebound. However, he did come across the ice laterally to make the initial save, and there was just too much time and space in front of the net for the Winnipeg Jets, and they put it into the open net. Skinner, he made the glove save. It was a real good save. He came across, but obviously you got to clear the crease. You got to make sure that you got sticks in the lane, but that's not really a goal that I'll blame him on personally. I think Stu, he made big saves in the first period. He was tested a little bit more in that first period, actually, when it came to the higher danger chances, and I thought he played real well. He locked things down, and he gave the Oilers a chance to get their feet going, and of course, the Oilers did not look back once they got the lead tonight. Daniel says, don't touch the first line, please. Is that a question? I know that. Okay, I know that was a question. Yes. Please? Question mark. Yes, don't touch the first line. I really like Jeff Skinner. I like McDavid. I like Connor Brown together. Long term, can they sustain this? Is that, when you think of the Oilers in the playoffs, do you think Connor Brown and Jeff Skinner can handle those top line matchups that they're going to be going up against on other teams? It's a tough question to answer, but that is something that we will definitely talk about in the playoff preview video that I have planned and on the way. So Zach, he says, are Skinner and Brown Davo's line mates for game 1? If it were up to me right now, yes, they are. I would absolutely make them line mates for game 1, at least minimum for game 1. See if they can sustain this regular season success. And if they play well in game 1, you play them together in game 2 and so on. And of course, if you get down in a game, you can do the nuclear option. You can put Draisaitl up there, move Jeff Skinner down to the second line. It doesn't matter how you want to rotate guys because they're going to have a lot more depth and a lot more options once the playoffs start. Small says, Stu, all I got to say. And sometimes that's all you need to say. I agree with that 100%. Kate says, I noticed such a difference since McDavid came back. To be honest, a lot more energy and determination. Imagine when everyone comes back. Should be a wagon. That's what we're hoping for. And of course, 3-game win streak. Connor McDavid looks like his old self. Doesn't look like anything is ailing him right now. And that is absolutely huge. I am buzzing for the playoffs right now. I know there's still 2 games left, and the game tomorrow night, it's going to be intense. It's going to have that playoff atmosphere, that playoff vibe at Rogers Place. That game is on Prime, by the way. That is on Amazon Prime. So that's an interesting one. So I hope you all have a way to watch that one. Of course, you can always sail the high seas if you need to, and if you don't have Amazon, that is. But I agree with Kate. Should absolutely be a wagon. There's no excuse why this team can't make a deep run as long as they're healthy enough. And guys up and down this lineup can find a way to contribute meaningfully. It doesn't always have to be on the score sheet, but find a way to play above water on the ice. Yan also coming back in with another comment. Scorey Perry strikes again, 20-goal season. I shall manifest. We're all manifesting. We're all manifesting a 20-goal season for Corey Perry. Let's do it. Let's see if he can get at least a goal against the Kings. Let's see if he can get one against the San Jose Sharks on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to those games. B-Max, welcome back, B-Max. Always a pleasure, my friend. B-Max has been around the channel for a long time. Same with Small and Yan and everyone that tunes in. I just like to give certain shout-outs sometimes. So B-Max coming in. Whoosh comes crashing down. A President's Trophy Jets team. What a game tonight. Only 2 left. And can we get home ice advantage? LFG, let's go Oilers. Yeah, I've talked about it obviously extensively. The chance of home ice is very minimal, but the chance is there, right? They got to beat the Kings in regulation tomorrow, beat the San Jose Sharks in regulation Wednesday, and see if the Kings can find a way to lose 3 straight in regulation, or 2 in regulation and then 1 in overtime. Whatever the combination ends up being, that's what they're going to have to hope for. And then Yan with a third comment. Thank you, Yan. My Jets fan friend will not hear the end of this. I love it. Hey, as long as it's all in good fun, and they understand that it's all in good fun. Of course, I don't mind the trash talking either. I know when the playoffs start, there are going to be lots of Kings fans in round 1 that are going to be coming at me just like last year, but it's all in good fun. I look forward to it. It's going to be an absolute blast. And then last but not least, we got Trent. I liked that the Oilers controlled play and scored. You know what? I love that too. What's the timeline for Hyman? Now, Chris Knobloch, he hasn't mentioned a specific timeline, though I don't believe he is going to play until the playoffs. So don't expect Zach Hyman in the lineup tomorrow or on Wednesday against the San Jose Sharks. That is kind of what we're thinking. And I did bookmark a tweet from Daniel Nugent-Bowman. This was about Troy Stetcher. So he left the game in the third period, didn't return after falling awkwardly following a hit from Dominic Toninato. That's how you say his name. So we'll keep an eye on that, obviously, though by the time you watch this video, or listen to this video, I mean, there could be an update on him. So we'll keep an eye out for Troy Stetcher. We're going to cross our fingers that he's doing okay, because this team has already dealt with way too many injuries this season, and we can't afford anymore. We literally can't afford anymore. There's no other bodies. We don't have any other bodies to call up. You don't have any bodies waiting at the NHL level to jump in either. Like, let's hope Troy Stetcher's okay. And of course, Jake Wallman, hopefully he's back very soon. Matthias Ekholm, he's likely done for the entire season. Hopefully there's a chance he comes back at some point, but it's not looking great. But until we know for sure, we'll just leave it at that, all right? And if you're still watching up to this point, thank you so much. Your support means the world. Just make sure to smash that like button. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. And as always, make sure you tell someone that you love them. Fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers. I'll see you tomorrow morning for the pregame report between the Oilers and Kings. Take care, Oil Country. We'll see you soon.